Yo, what up, YouTube?
Boo.
Yo,
Happy Valentine's Day, you feel me?
No cap, happy V-Day, no cap. Welcome back to the Get Right Podcast.
You feel me? We always get it right, because if we're not getting right, then what if we doing?
Word.
Can't get left.
Get right. Today I'm here again with...
Feel me? Everlastin. You already know how we coming.
Yeah.
We back for another one, you feel me? I know I've been going for a little bit, feel me? But you feel me? It's time to get right, you feel me?
No cap. Y'all heard him, time to get right. We're the bro. But anyways, we gonna get into it, y'all. Today's episode, we gonna talk about, this V-Day. So we gonna get into, is it love or is it lust? Love versus lust. No cap.
You feel me? AKA, do we lust for love or do we love to lust?
Okay. Yeah. It's a good one. Something y'all gotta ask yourselves.
Or is love lust or is lust love?
Word. What do they mean to you? So boom, we gonna get into it.
Let's know in the comments what y'all, how y'all feeling. Let me give us a little. Let's know how you getting right. It don't matter if you getting in the workout. You feel me? Doing what we doing. Make sure you just get it right for yourself. Let's get into it.
Bro, let's get into it. You might get the earthy going. I don't know if you got yours ready, but we got ours ready, and we might get into it.
We not waiting. Y'all took too long.
Words.
Y'all should have sparked up when the video first started, bro. Y'all tripping.
All right, so boom. We gonna bring up the Google definitions of love and lust.
AKA AI overview, you feel me?
Where, so for love, Google says, love is a feeling of strong affection or attachment to an other person or thing. It can also refer to a beloved person. Okay. Now we're gonna see what lust stands for.
We're gonna pop that on the screen right there.
Word, possibly not. You wanna read that one?
All right. It says, lust is an intense desire or craving for something, especially sex. It can also mean enthusiasm or eagerness.
That's deep. Intense desire or craving for something. I think that's spot on. It's like you're trying to give in.
But then that made me think. That it already starts to make me think about what we talking about. Because it says it's an intense desire or craving for something. But then it just says especially sex. So it's saying that there are other forms of lust.
Type shit.
The main way of lust is sex.
It's through sex though. All right.
But
as most of the people know it though.
Okay, so hold on. It's an intense desire or craving for something. Feel me? You're gonna keep that in mind. Now I'm about to look up love again. Love is a feeling of strong affection or attachment to another person or thing. How does that sound? Does that not sound like it's kind of familiar to have the desire for something or someone?
Love is a feeling of strong affection. Repeat the wording: strong affection, and then desire.
Strong affection or attachment to another thing or person. Now we're gonna go back to lust and break it down. An intense desire or craving for something. So that makes me think. Is love a form of lust? Because we have the same type of feelings as the definition of lust for love. So If I have lust over you, ooh, bless me.
Bless you.
So if I have lust over you, I could still love you even with lust. Okay.
Or is lust a form of love? Because if it's an intense desire, you can be strongly affectionate towards someone. And then from that, you can have an intense desire towards an action y'all do. So it's like it could go both ways. It could go both ways. But we finna get into our definitions of love and lust. So
Go ahead, you can start off.
where for me, or what I would consider love is honestly, love is like, it's like, you know how you got your metal properties, or what's the thing called? Damn. With gold, aluminum, the periodic table. One of those things type thing. Like an element. Love, I feel like it's like an element almost. Like almost everyone, I feel like everyone has love. You feel me? It's like love is something you either don't show a lot, or you may want a lot, or you lack it a lot, or the list goes on. You feel me? I feel like love is just one of those things that everyone has, and it can be shown in many different ways. You feel me? Love can be shown in many different ways, as you all know it. And then someone may be showing you love in a form of love you may not even notice. So, yeah, I feel like I get deep in the aspect towards like it's just so natural. It's almost an element, because I feel like we all show love on a day-to-day basis in ways we don't even know, and we use love in ways we don't even know. So I feel like love is just an ultimate element.
Okay, hold on, because this kind of changed what I was, my fault.
Valid.
But this, I looked up what's the real meaning of lust, and it says usually intense or unbridled sexual desires. So
Specifically sex type shit.
yeah, specifically sex.
I was gonna say.
So
My definition all the time. Where for lust is like, it's like, I feel like lust is one of those things where you may think with a partner or with someone, or just in general, you may look at a woman, or as a woman, you may look at a male, and off just their looks, you might have thoughts about that person, just off their looks. You feel me? You may have thoughts about that person, and you're like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this to that person, because they look good, right? So I feel like that right there in itself is kind of, could be in the form of lust, because you're not really getting deeper into, okay, despite how that person looks, let me go talk to that person, see what their personality is like before we have these certain thoughts. But I'll wife her, or I'll make that person a husband type shit, just off their looks, or just seeing a picture of them. You feel me? Instead of just actually getting to know that person and what their personality is. So I feel like that right there, lust is just a form of, like what that just said, a strong sexual desire of just to a person's appearance, of looking at someone and just wanting to be attracted to them physically, and not actually their personality and who they truly are. Versus toward love, you are actually attracted to who someone really is and everything about them.
and not just their appearance.
Right, not just their appearance. You accept their flaws. You accept everything that they're good at, everything that they need to work on. You're willing to work on that person with that person.
Yeah, you feel me? Help work with them.
Right. Instead of just, just having sex with the person, and just going on to the next.
Instead
That's
of
lust.
like next, like you feel me? This is the type of, we in a generation where they'll love more. They'll love each other off of lust.
Right.
So instead of loving each other off of love,
Word, bro.
that's the thing. Lust is just something that you may think that is actual like love, but it's just something of its own. Because being able to love off love and being able to love off lust is two different things.
That's a fact.
That's like me putting an apple into a pineapple banana smoothie without the pineapple. So I just switched out the pineapple for the apple, and then I do the same thing, but then I have an orange. It's not gonna be the same result.
Word at all.
So like, I feel like it takes time to love off love instead of going off first sight and loving off lust. But you feel me? And yeah, people may love off lust at first sight, but then it's like if you actually want to be with that person and you feel me, get to know that person, then you will start to learn how to love off of love instead of loving off of lust.
That's a fact though. We're getting deeper into it. I feel like with love, it's like I said, with many ways to show love, and then I feel like it's levels to love as well too, because someone, older people may have a family, right? And there's a wife and a husband and the rest of the family and the kids and stuff. The husband and wife may show a certain love to each other versus they do with their kids and their siblings and their parents and everybody else around them. So it's like with love, it's also, I feel like there's levels to it to an extent. And then also even going into the question of, is love at first sight real? Honestly, that question is so deep, because it's like because I believe in the fact that people are made for each other, in the sense that, okay, they're like their other halves type shit, but I don't know if that's everybody. So it's like, in a sense, you may meet somebody and it's you see them, y'all looked at each other and they've been together since 50 plus years. You feel me? So that could just mean they were actually made for each other at that point. But that's not everybody. That's not the case. You can't really generalize that.
It take time.
Right.
It take time when you sit in there. If you actually want to love somebody, it takes time. So it may be like, you may trick your mind into think that it's off of love when you're getting to know somebody, but when it's really off of lust. But it really does be off of love too, because you're trying to actually get to know the person, but the lust may come out stronger than the actual love. And that's where like relationships, I feel like relationships start to mess up, because the lust will get in the way of what you're trying to love, and what you're trying to actually take time with, and actually get to know it, and like if you actually see yourself with this significant other. So I feel like love at first sight is real if it works out.
Right.
That's literally the only way that you could tell if love at first sight is real.
Okay.
If you end up like you were saying, like if I go meet a girl and then I end up just ran a girl off the street, like, yeah, you could be my girlfriend, boom,
Type shit.
and then we ended up being in a relationship for 30 plus years, then there's not love at first sight. Even at then, you can't call it love at first sight, because guess what? you're not your time is not up.
Right. It took time
And
to develop.
even if you still in a relationship 30 years plus, it could still end up failing.
Type shit.
So
And
I
there's definitely
feel
some
like
cases of that.
like after it fails, it's no more love at first sight unless it's not. It's like y'all not sitting there talking to somebody else, and y'all just sitting there. You feel me? Trying to get yourself right, so then y'all could come back right together as a couple. So
Word.
unless it's like that, then I feel like love at first sight is a real thing. But if y'all end up breaking up, then it can't be I don't consider it love at first sight unless y'all don't talk to anybody else. But then y'all also don't have the lust for anybody else either, because lust plays a big part in love. I feel like
That's a fact.
because there's multiple ways of showing love, but it's only really a couple.
No cap.
Like touch, like you feel me, like you feel me, gifts, like you feel me, shit like that, like it's only a handful.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like sex, like lust, also plays a part into loving somebody, because when you do and you end up doing to do with somebody, it always changes both y'all mindset on what do y'all really want, where do you want to be, and where do you see yourself with your significant other.
Whole time. Is it love or is it lust? Or sometimes it may be hard to tell, but majority of the times it shouldn't be too hard.
It's never really too hard. People just be blinded by the lust.
Right. It'd be overpowering.
They be blinded by the lust, trying to find the love.
Word. No cap. Cause it's like overall, with love, it's like you can have infinite love for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No cap. You can share the same amount of love you do for your mom and your siblings, your friends, your family, your cousins, the homeless man on the street, the bartender, the store clerk,
Mm-hmm.
people you network with, connect with, your coworkers. You feel me? The love could be infinite with anybody around you and everyone. But it's like with lust, it can also be the same, because you can just go out into the world
And have a lust for everybody.
and have a lust for everybody in almost anything. What's that term called? Pansexual?
Mm-hmm.
Where they turned on by anything or some shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let me look that shit up.
I think so.
Word. Like, bruh. But it's like, with love, you can have love for anything and everything in a way to where it's just like you just spreading joy and positivity and purpose, meaningful purpose and positive purpose into anything and everything. But with us, alright, so pansexuality is a sexual orientation where a person is romantically or sexually attracted to people regardless of their gender or sex. Okay. Never mind. That is regardless of their gender or sex. Unless it's a different term.
I mean, no, that's so it's saying, and they don't care if it's a boy, girl, like if, you know, it don't care if you bisexual, it don't care if you transgender.
I don't care what it is, type shit.
Yeah. they just like you for you.
Type shit. But word, so let's almost be in a sense to where it's like you go out into the world and you just looking at everything from first physical appearance, and you're judging it in a certain way to where it's like, okay, do something with that, or having certain thoughts, or with this or this person or that person, but don't actually know that person. This is how diseases spread. Literally, this is how people catch these STDs, because we meet these people that we don't know and just have sex with no protection that we don't know and go on about our lives. So it's just a simple fact to where less can be the same, where you just go out in the world and all you looking at is looking to have sex and not caring about nothing else about what comes with the sex, which is literally where STD comes from. You feel me? So that's just the whole standpoint of lust, and to where you could look at your mindset and be like, all right, is that how my mind works? Is there some way I can change that? You can't. Just look at everything from a love perspective. Stop just looking at, because you're always going to see somebody's physical appearance end of the day. But there's more than just that, a physical appearance. There's something deeper behind that. There's a conscience and a brain behind that person. Sometimes, but there's a conscience behind that person and a mouth and thoughts behind that person, and a whole nother world that you can explore.
I think it's a limit to lust. It's not. Well, I don't think it's. I think it's not a limit to lust, but it's a limit to love, because something can happen to where it's like I can't even show you the love that I showed you because it got messed up. So therefore, you and me, I feel like it's a limit to love, but with lust, it's more of just a mental, and as if it's like, like lust is just something that is a reoccurring moment in your mind that you can't get off of somebody, and also you also become more sexually attracted to that person. So it's like that is more of like a instant flip switch, to where it's like I got that lust for you. I don't care if I don't gotta love you. But then it's like you could be like you could also say the same, like I don't have enough love for you, but we can still we can still do the do, cause da da da. So therefore you could still, or you could have a level to like love but not to lust, cause more than likely you would, like, no cap, niggas don't got cap, but like for me, bitches and niggas be out here capping, but like, cause niggas know they be spinning back to their ex to go crack that, cause they know it's easy claps. Like no cap. Like no cap. Nah, niggas like, you feel me? So it's always like there always be that lust that somebody would have.
There you go.
But then but it'd be like, I can never see myself getting back in a relationship with you because of X, Y, Z.
Word. And the list goes on. No cap. Like, is it lust or is it love? Is it love or is it lust? No cap.
You'll never know.
Or will you? It's up to you to figure it out and to maneuver through that. You gonna work with love or you gonna work with lust? No cap.
But don't ever worry about love. Nah, you should always worry about love, because you should always want to love you. You always love yourself, number one, before you even think about having a lust or love towards anybody else. Because if you can't love yourself, then how can
you love anybody?
Not even like if you don't love yourself, you will treat yourself in a way that you don't love yourself in, and it will be like other people will know that you don't love yourself. So then it will seem like when you do try to, for me, social, like, network and all that, it would be more like Man, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna give you a call Tuesday. You feel me? Like on some, they'll never call you back. Like, cause just off the way that you carry yourself. You feel me? And that and the love that you have for yourself. For me, and the dedication that you put into yourself.
Type shit.
For me, you should always wanna fuck yourself before you fuck somebody else. Like you should always like, if that makes sense. Weird logic, but you feel me?
Word.
If you sit there like, oh yeah, you know she gonna fuck your ass. You know she gonna fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. So it's like that will also help bring in love and lust. But then it'll be up to you if you know how to control the love and the lust, and know when to use love and know when to use lust. But you should always show love, because you feel me? You sitting there doing that shit for yourself. You're not doing that shit for nobody else. So
Yeah.
for me,
Always love yourself. Yeah, that was key. Word. On that
for me,
note,
Don the Wise always told me that. For me, how can you love somebody else if you don't love yourself?
no cap.
And I've been trying to figure out ever since.
Word. Find out who you are and love who you are.
For me, so then that way you'll know how to love other people.
And be yourself.
No,
cap.
for me, you always gotta be yourself. Because if you're not yourself, then you're somebody else, and that somebody else is not you. That's not the person who go to sleep whenever you feel me. Go to sleep when they go to sleep, and you feel me. Wake up when they wake up. You feel me? And you feel me? Move how they move. And if you try to be somebody else, it's like, why? When you got your whole personality. You feel me? Just sitting in there hiding. You feel me? When you don't know if that'd be good for yourself or bad. You feel me? So you niggas might just be nervous, but you feel me? Always gotta be open and be wanting to show love where love is due. You feel me? Instead of sitting there and hate, because then that, you feel me?
Word.
That fuck up all the love. No blame.
Word to bro. The Get Right Podcast. Episode 11. Is it love or is it lust? Love versus lust.
AKA, do we love the lust or do we lust the love?
No cap. TR, we're out.
Niggas did that shit at the same time.